the top. Ragamuffin keeps striving in every way. International, what they call we international. When me ride palm rhythm in the move, but the rhythm when I come down crucial. And me ride palm rhythm and then we sit down steady. Fatty me on the place where they want Jamalski. We are the general. We sit up on the rhythm and over the mic incredible. And we ride palm rhythm and move with the rhythm and sit down steady. Every ragamuffin you do, I feel rock and follow it. Jump up on the rhythm, make we ride it right. Chat up on the mic and keep it international. Cause anytime we chop a mic, they call we give it a general. International, when me ride palm rhythm and I move with the rhythm and I come down crucial. And me ride palm rhythm and then we sit down steady. Fatty me on the place where they want Jamalski.
Yes. What is up, everybody? Joshua Casper coming back at you with another live stream. It's going to be a good one today. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. And also let me know where you're tuning in from. I see lots of familiar names as usual, which I love. Absolutely love it. Legal VST. So dramatic. Drum Addict. I love that username. I'm so boring with mine. Joshua Casper is pretty lame when I see some of these other ones. Raymond's in the house. Klaus. Our Oral Flow. Yeah. Max, first in the chat. Love to see it. South Korea. Lovely. Please let me know. I'm not going to start the show until you tell me you can hear me. Call me old-fashioned. Puerto Rico, J. Mortaz, what's up? Feathers, X, you were familiar. Can you hear me? My gosh. Loud and clear. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, George. Thank you, Mego. Thank you, Derek. Okay, good. Okay. Oh, Da Vinci Girl, we might get into that. Maybe not. But I mean, there's obviously some parallels. But we shall see where the stream takes us. Obviously, today we're going to be checking out the brand new Kontakt 8. Just dropped, I believe, last week. Might have been earlier this week. Time is flying so fast. It's going to be a good show. I just wanted to jump on and give a couple of announcements before we bring the guest on. One is to check out the updated deals page on Plugin Boutique. I just dropped a video about it. We put a lot of time and effort into it, put in a lot of feature requests from the community, and it's been deployed, and we're still tweaking and optimizing. So definitely go check it out. It's a lot easier to find the deals that you want. And also, next Tuesday, right here, same time, same place, 5 p.m. UK time, come back by. I can't tell you why. I can't tell you who's going to be here, but it's going to be insane. And you're definitely not going to want to miss the live stream next Tuesday, right here on the Plugin Boutique YouTube channel, 5 o'clock, same time. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be probably a pretty long one, but it's going to be very cool. And with that, let's bring on the guest. My guest today is Brian Kullas from Native Instruments. Brian, how you doing today? I'm all right. I'm excited to jump in, but before we do, can you let the people who might not have seen you on the Native Instruments YouTube channel know a little bit about yourself and your role over there at Native Instruments?
Company 14 years now. Yeah, so it's definitely been here for a while. Seen a lot of products come and go. But yeah, so my role at Native is I do a lot of the educational content now, but I also do a lot of like public facing events, artist relations, like artist trainings. If an artist needs to use our products or they have issues, I'm usually the one that they're calling. So most recently I had a nice long call with Cindy Lauper getting her system all up and running. So
I mean, but that's, you got to give and take there. That's a pretty nice phone call to have, especially if you make Cindy Lauper happy at the end of the day,
we got everything up and running. She was happy and making music. So, that's all I can ask for.
Nice. Why don't you also give us sort of top level before we get into the nitty gritty of what we're going to be doing here on the stream today?
Yeah, absolutely. In this stream, we're going to be covering Kontakt 8, which was released last week. But yeah, I agree with you. Time flies. So many products. But basically, I'll be covering kind of all of the new features in Kontakt 8 and kind of what makes this special. I'll be showing, there's like a new updated browser. There's some new assistive tools that we've included called Chords and Phrases. And then kind of this loop sketchpad area called Leap. And then also talking about, some more like advanced sound design concepts with, creating multis and kind of that whole workflow. But yeah, personally, I'm very excited about this release, and yeah, it's a lot of great possibilities. And especially if you're facing writer's block, a lot of the new tools have definitely gotten me out of that, the writer's block phase. So
love that. Some good news for the people who are joining us today. We're going to be giving a couple of copies away. A little bit structured there. Brian, can you tell us a little bit? So we're going to be giving away a full license to Kontakt 8, what's exactly in a full license of Kontakt 8? Let's start there.
So yeah, the full license, you basically get all of the tools in there. You get the leap expansions as well. But basically the full advanced version also gives you a lot of like editing capabilities of your instruments. You can really go under the hood, start, designing your own instruments. And there are certain, third-party libraries that do require the full license of Kontakt. So, yeah.
All right. And we're also going to be giving away 3 additional prizes to the lucky people here on stream today, which are complete 15 selects. And as I understand, we've got 3 different ones. We've got complete 15 select band, complete 15 select beats, and complete 15 select electronic. What are those, and what are the differences between those, if you have that on the top of the dome?
I don't have the specific products, but basically Complete 15 Select, it's a selection of instruments from Complete. But for example, the band flavor has more, just kind of like live instruments, things that you would want for like a live band, type track. Electronic are, more of the Play Series electronic synthesizer sounds. So it's each one kind of caters to a different style of music. But honestly, you can also use them for literally any style that you want. So
perfect. Well, just to let everybody know, we're doing the giveaway the same way we always do the giveaways here on the channel, which is you just need to be active in the chat. Generally, a good way to catch the eye is to @PluginBoutique with your questions about whatever we're checking out on stream today, i.e. Kontakt, and I will try to get those answered here on the stream. But you can just be cool in the chat, be funny, be positive, and you will be entered to win. And 4 people are going to walk away happy today. So at the end of the stream, we'll figure all that out. But for now, let's just jump into what Brian's going to show us with Kontakt 8. So Brian, I'm going to flip over to the DAW now, and the floor is yours, my friend. Let's check out what's going on.
All right, let's take it away. So yeah, just to start kind of letting everyone know where like our starting point is. So this is a blank instance of Kontakt 8. So I haven't done anything with it yet. So as of right now, the kind of browser that you're seeing, it's very similar to Kontakt 7. But what we've done though is we've added some additional filtering or categories at the top. And all of these I'll be getting into. But previously it was just these kind of 3 filter areas. So under instruments, this is where you'd find all of your Kontakt instruments that you have installed on your computer. That hasn't changed. But one of the things that we have added is this section called combined, which are essentially combined presets or multis. So multiple Kontakt libraries all stacked on top of each other. Previously, single instruments and these combined presets, they were all within this one list. So can be a little confusing as to what you're actually loading. So we have this separate area here. And then we also have the tabs for the new tools, chords, and phrases, the new kind of loop creation area, the leap section. But we can also now access all of your loops and one-shots from expansions that you have installed on your computer. So basically everything from the right of instruments, this is all kind of new categories, new tools.
Brian.
So we'll yes.
Before moving on, just to touch on the combined, can I expect, so I've got a lot of third-party libraries. Can I expect those to be implemented, or is it going to be mostly the sort of in-house libraries from Native Instruments?
No. So this is I'm on my kind of my main studio computer. So under combined, these are all the third-party libraries that I have that have combined presets in there. So the combined presets, they've already exist in these instruments. Kontakt 8 is just able to see what that file type is and automatically categorize it for you. So for example, what's a good one? Like for example, the orchestra, these are all of the combined presets, the multis that I have. So it's really just giving us a separate area to access all of these and not just having one giant list of, individual presets or all of the combined as well.
Nice. All right. Well, I mean, I'm already getting peppered with questions, which I love. Keep the questions coming at me with them. But Brian, let's go ahead and let people get a taste of some of the sounds before we even jump into these questions.
Definitely. So let's just load up one of the first instruments that is new to Kontakt. Actually here, so I can go to brand, we'll choose, where's Native Instruments? And then I can go to the sound type, so I can just filter, by additional sounds. This hasn't changed, but Conflux is one of the new instruments that's included in Kontakt 8. So let's just load up one of my favorite presets.
And that's not a sample library, right? It's like a synth, isn't it?
So yeah, what makes this one unique is it's combining samples, but with also with wavetable synthesis. So we have the PPG wavetables; those are inside of Conflux. So yeah, we can just take a listen to this one quickly. Some more noise. So yeah, it's got a nice low rumble to it. But basically under the hood here, this is kind of it's generating. There's the source. So the horn stab, these are the different types of samples. You can kind of swap between them, choose from different types. And then you have the wavetables here, and you can blend between the sample or the different type of wavetables. So I can pull up, let's say, Atomic Siren. So the resonant or strings. So it's a really good, like, kind of sci-fi, sound design, tool to have. Yeah, there's a lot of great presets and stuff I've been loving in here. Little Stranger Things there. But yeah, it's a simple layout. You have different filters that you can choose from, LFOs. There's an animator, so you can assign kind of this step sequencer here. You can add it to any of the the macro controls that you have down here at the bottom. You can have it change the blend amount. Other. And what's fun is there's this kind of random option here. So every time you press a key, it's going to kind of randomize a certain parameter that you have set. So for example, if I click on random here, I can have it randomize the filter cutoff.
And this will be every time you press a key.
Exactly. So again, you can get some really interesting, sci-fi sounds out of it. So basically, once you have, any instrument loaded, so Conflux, that's new with Kontakt. But one of the other things, though, that's added and that's new with this is we have this new browser here on the left. It's very similar to Complete Control. But, basically this really just speeds up your workflow. Honestly, this has really sped up mine where, previously if you loaded an instrument, if you wanted to load a new preset or something else, you would have to go back into the library section, find a new instrument, find your preset, and then you would go back into kind of the main instrument window. With the new browser, basically you have access to all of your presets, all of your instruments, your favorites, user snapshots, all from here. So it really just like keeps you in the flow.
Brian, I love that you can click on a preset and get a preview without having to load the whole patch.
Yes, that is
game changer.
That's huge. Yeah. So I mean, that alone honestly just speeds up the time. But yeah, basically in the browser here, I can view all these are some favorites that I have for Conflux. You can load Desert Worm. So, and then if there's, specific presets that you're looking for, I can type in again the Brass Tribe, which again, absolutely love. And then if you have any user snapshots, presets that you've created, you can just access them all from here. I actually have no idea which this one is.
Oh, I like that texture.
That's that texture.
I got sci-fi fast.
I know it's I don't know. Honestly, I love just loading the presets, tweaking a bunch of the knobs, and just getting some really cool atmospheric sounds. Especially doing anything like cinematic. You know, you just want some like cool, atmospheric textured tones, layered underneath. I mean, this is such a great instrument for that. But yeah, basically with the browser, you can view your favorites, your user snapshots, search for presets. And if certain instruments that you have, if they have different banks, different categories, you can access them all from here. So I can do, synth lead. Let's do calm now. So that's a weird sound. So you can hear I'm just blending between here. We can do something for synth pad. Do cold planet. But if you do want to, let's say, just choose a completely new instrument, I can also just click where it shows Conflux, and then this is going to be my entire Kontakt library, all accessible from here. So again, it really just kind of keeps you in the flow without having to jump back and forth between the library window and the browser. And we'll get into, you can access, the combine tools, leap, all the additional filtering options. You can access them here. So if I want to load up, let's say, Alicia's electric keys, I can just find it here, load. There we go. There we go. So again, keeps you just in the flow, keeps it, organized right there. So again, that's just the browsing aspect. So we'll dive into, kind of the fun new features, the new tools here.
Well, before we do that, someone was asking about upgrade from Kontakt 7. Yes, we do, and I'm going to throw a link to that right now in the chat. I think it was Errol asked, but there it is. Brian, first of all, can you let us hear a little bit of these keys? The UI looks amazing, but I want to hear these keys in action, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Which piece? This is a fun. I mean, it's a little. Doesn't necessarily fit, but I've been learning how to play this. How does that sound?
It sound like Do you have your speakers on?
Nope. Here, let's try this one.
Yeah. That's lush.
Yeah. So yeah, this we came out with a couple months ago, but it's kind of a follow up to probably our most popular piano, Alicia's Keys. But yeah, this is her electric piano that she uses on tour, and same process. Worked with her, sampled literally everything. And it's a great electric piano. And it's also great to just kind of understand a lot of the tools, so you can hear kind of what's going on. But then there's certain presets within this instrument. The ones that are labeled GOF, these are actually exact recreations of sounds that she used for the song "Girl on Fire." So they actually used a lot of guitar rig presets or like components for this track. So since we made guitar rig, we were able to easily recreate all of these sounds. And you can always go under the hood here. And this is kind of, all of the different effects that you can add. You can create different effects chains.
Oh, like right from Guitar Rig.
Yeah, so these are all of these are all the Guitar Rig, different components here, byte, dirt, different dynamics here. You have different, convolution reverbs, amp emulations, filters, some cool modulation ones as well. You can also split them. So you can have, the room microphone or the pickup from the instrument through the preamp, and then you can also have them be routed differently as well. So you can create some really cool and complex effects chains. Yeah,
Brian,
a great sounding instrument.
Brian, and I see you have headphones on. Are your monitors also on?
No, my monitors aren't.
Okay.
Are you picking up?
It sounds like.
Are you picking up your voice?
No, I sound like noise cancellation on some of the, like when you were playing the jazzy bit. Like I don't know, it just wasn't sounding. Let me know in the chat if it's just me. But it sounded like it was getting like noise cancellation on it, as opposed to like the direct signal. I want everybody to hear those keys in all their glory. While the it sounds great, yeah, sound is a bit okay.
There, we'll just try this one quickly.
Yeah, something sounds. Can we open the Listen To app and see what sort of settings we have?
Yeah. Yeah, it's at the 320.
What's the latency?
0.1.
Yeah, let's bring that up to 0.2, maybe 0.3. Maybe try 0.5. Yeah, it sounds like there's a gate or something's happening. Is there any sort of effect chain ahead of that? Like something. It's not getting me the direct signal. There's something happening. I don't think.
Let me just try a different instrument quickly, just to see. How's that one? Is it still gating?
Yeah, something doesn't sound quite right. I don't want to. Yeah, something says people are agreeing in the chat that it sounds like it's gating somehow.
Let me check one thing.
Yeah, and you loop back.
We asked the chat.
Go ahead.
Was it always like this?
Yeah, it's been like that kind of since we started. That's right, gradient echo.
Let me check something quickly.
Is it getting processed by your vocal chain at all?
No, it's it's going through a separate channel.
Yeah.
Let me try. Let me try one thing. All right, 1 second, folks. Are there, as I'm figuring this out, are there any questions that anyone has that we can?
We got lots of questions. How does Kontakt 8 handle the importing and converting of older sample libraries and instruments? That's from Oral Flow.
I mean, all of the sample libraries, like instruments that I have from, previous versions. I mean, all of those open fine in Kontakt 8. So none of the file extension ends have changed. So at least you can import even like old multis that I've created. Those I can import directly into into Kontakt 8.
Gotcha. And people are wondering, there's a few different questions, but the general question is, what's the difference between full version and the player version of Kontakt 8?
So the player version basically just allows you to, load, it allows you to load the libraries like from Native Instruments and any other, companies that have player versions. You can't really go under the hood in terms of like editing instruments and creating your own. And then also in terms of like the Leap expansions, with the free player version, you just get one of the Leap expansions, but with the full, I believe you get essentially all of the expansions in there as well.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Is Kontakt designed to do regular sampling? And it does have some cool functions for it. That's from Synth Street.
So I mean, you can. I'm not sampling like directly into Kontakt, but if you go, I can show at the end. We can go under the hood and kind of see what the instrument editing building options look like, and there is sample editing. You can adjust. There's a lot of features and things that you can adjust in there. You can add different effects, modules. You can add like a 5.1 modulation component in there and turn an instrument into a surround sound instrument.
Nice.
Which is something I've been starting to toy with, so
love it.
It'll be fun.
Casper and Casper Andreas is wondering.
I just want to see if this how it works.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's see. Pull up the electric.
Yeah, it's not sounding. Yeah, it doesn't sound quite like it should, I don't think. Do you want to stop the listen to and send me a new link? We can try that.
Yeah, let me just try that quickly. Apologies, folks.
Nah, it's better to get this right and listen to it in its full glory. Is it MPE capable?
No, it's not MPE capable. Yeah, unfortunately not yet. There's the I just sent you the new link.
Yep. And let's give it a go. Still happen. It's very strange. Like it sounds like it's coming in through the microphone and it's getting processed by vocal chain. It's the best way I can describe that.
Yes. Yep. Another one. Still the same.
Yeah, you got to, I mean, play something?
Yeah, sorry. It's oh, that's fine.
Yeah, it's 100. Like it's picking up from the microphone somehow. I swear. Chat, tell me I'm not going crazy. Like that's what it sounds like. It's like it's getting through a microphone. Well, let's just keep going. I mean, I don't want to come to a grinding halt, but yeah, I'm not quite sure what's happening there.
Well, we'll yeah, it might get resolved as time goes on. We'll see if we can figure it out as we show off the new tools. Perfect. So yeah, so we basically I'll load up we have Alicia's electric keys here. And basically the two of like the assistive tools that we have here are the chords and the phrases. So these tools work with, any instrument that you have. So while I have this loaded, I can just go to the tool section at the top and select from chords and phrases. So from here, the chords tool basically allows you, these are kind of pre-made, chord progressions, all different types of genres. And they all also have audio previews, so you can kind of hear what the progression sounds like. So if I double click on any of them, it now adds the chords tool at the top of the instrument here. So the 7 circles basically represent the 7 chords in the progression. And I have one of the settings turned on here so you can actually see what the chord names are. And it's super simple to use. It's similar to the instrument play box that we have, but it's basically just all the white keys will trigger each individual chord progression. So
Yeah, I mean,
and each
unfortunately, the audio is just just not coming through.
Let me just try one thing very quickly.
It really sounds like it's picking up the like there's noise cancellation happening somewhere. And I don't know why or how that would be happening. Nah, it's not YouTube, DJ Errol. Yeah,
let's try one thing.
Synth Street's kind of got. It's this first here you kind of get like a lo-fi version, and then it comes in. Yeah, I feel like it's trying to cancel it out, and then realizing it shouldn't cancel it out.
Yeah. Let's try one quick thing.
If you're just joining us, oh, I can hear me.
Oh.
No, but only for a second. I could only hear me for a second.
Sorry. I got this. I know I did.
If you are just joining us, we're here with Brian Kullas from Native Instruments, checking out the brand new Kontakt 8. We are getting into the new instruments and the new tools. It's very cool. We're just trying to sort out an audio issue so you can hear this incredible, all the incredible instruments in their full fidelity. And still happening.
Still happening.
Yeah, maybe even a little worse.
Still going on.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
What's the loopback settings you got? Like, you shouldn't be sending your DAW to loopback because I'm getting your DAW.
No, I'm not sending it to loop back. Yeah, I'm sending it directly into the console. Oh wait.
Yeah, because I mean, the audio should just be coming directly to me. I don't even know why it would be.
Hold the phone. Do you still hear this?
I hear it. Yeah. Oh, that might be it. Can you play a bunch? That sounds legit.
Figured it. Got it.
We got, ladies and
Moving
gentlemen,
on.
producers all around the world.
Thank you for your assistance.
Yeah, you hung with us. There's more of you than when we started that, so I'm excited. Welcome. We're here checking out Kontakt, and Brian, let's just give the people a little bit of a performance here so they can hear the Alicia's keys, electric keys, in all their glory.
Perfect. An octave.
Oh, that's it.
So I'll replay. Okay, enough fun with that song. So where were we? Okay.
Can we know though, Brian? I'm sorry. Before we move on, can you let us know, just in case we encounter this sort of thing again, what you did to fix that issue? The chat also, who are very invested in this, want to know.
So the issue. So basically, the issue was honestly, it was my console setting had changed where it was, what was it? Basically I have my DAW. I mean, you guys can actually just see, just in case anyone's curious here. Yeah. Little fun UAD. So basically I have my microphone here. I have Cubase is going into the virtual input here. And then Josh, your voice Discord's coming through the virtual 5.6.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have aux 1 and aux 2, but basically it was it ended up doubling up, where this I had two connections here so that the DAW was also being sent into the live stream, my microphone. So it was going through twice.
Beautiful. Well, we got it sorted. Let's continue on with the presentation. Thanks everybody for hanging out. We're all smarter now, and we can hear this incredible instrument and the next ones you show us. Love it.
There we go. All right. So Alicia's keys loaded. Let's get into tools here. So I'll load up the one of the chords, the one that we were just listening to.
And that's a preview of the chords. Is the preview going to use the instrument you have loaded, or is it just like a preset set of keys?
It's basically just using like a basic, just a piano. I think it's actually using the original Alicia's keys, but it's basically just giving you, just like what the progression is. Because if you use these chord progressions on, like atmospheric sounds as well, it's going to sound slightly different.
Sure.
There we go. So we have that chord progression, the King loaded, and basically on the piano it's all the white keys. So each octave is just an octave up. And then back to C. And then one octave higher. So the 7 circles here basically represent the 7 chords, and you can also see what the chords are in this area here. So B minor, D major, E7, omitting the 3rd. So nice chord progression. Now what you can also do is just randomize. Where I click on King, these are all different, genres, different types of chords that you can choose from. These are all the different sets of chords. So just sets of 7 chords. If you don't know what you're looking for, you can always just click the randomize button and, another preset, another chord set will appear. And if you're working on a project and it's like a specific key, you can also choose your keys that you want. So I can say C minor or, C Dorian, lock it. My dog Noodles is trying to lay down some vocals right now. So I can also just randomize. And again, every time that I randomize the preset, it's going to keep it in this key that I have set here. So let's just do something. Let's do C major. So some of these chords are a little funky. C major, and if I change it now to minor, everything switches.
Couple of questions.
So again,
Klaus Peterson is wondering if it's possible to modify the chords.
So in a way, yes, not within the tool. But you can, I'll show you, we can drag the MIDI into the DAW and then start arranging it that way.
Gotcha.
So again, it's a great like sketch tool. If you're looking for basic chord progressions, it's a quick way to come up with some ideas. And then you can always bring it into the DAW and, do some more of the fine editing. But if you do, let's say, want to humanize this a little bit more, make it sound more interesting, what you can do is you can turn on different strum values, and you can see this is basically just kind of like an animation, giving you a visual representation. So if I bring it to 50, we can have it go up. And then you can also humanize it too, if you wanted, where you can basically change the, increase the timing between certain notes, the velocities, min and max for each note. And also, let's say it skips certain notes, or certain notes just aren't as strong.
Is that like a probability function?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
So if we just, hit one chord here, so I'm literally just hitting one note, and you can hear each time it's slightly different. Let's just do something drastic. Skip, min, max. So you can hear every time it's slightly different. So the idea is, just to like humanize the chord playing a little bit. Even like if I play the same chord, if I'm strumming it actually on the piano, every time it's going to be slightly different.
Yeah.
So you can always, go crazy with the. Whoop. Siri, I did not speak with you. Don't you just love technology?
Yeah.
It's like it's always listening. So yeah, every time I play something, it's not going to be identical every time. But again, you can go crazy with the knob and just make it sound really weird. Or you can, do a little bit of humanization and just make it sound, just a little bit more natural.
Ryan, a few people are wondering if you can, like, see, you've tweaked this out. You've maybe made your own sort of chord progression, or if you hit the random button, are you able to save the state?
You can save the preset. So for King, I can click Save Preset, and then I can name this as Brian's chords.
Love it.
And then I can always, here's Brian's chords, and I can always just use it for anything else that I want to.
Also, Michael Hopkins is wondering Are these tools, specifically the chords and what's the other one? Phrases?
Phrases, yeah.
Yeah, chords and phrases. Can they be triggered via the complete control keyboard? And what sort of functionality is supported? Because they've got one and they want to know.
Yeah, all of these are triggered. So yeah, I don't have my other camera, but yeah, basically it's the light guide is showing me an exact replica of like these keys down here. And then on the display, I have my knobs where I can adjust, the strum values. I can do the changing the keys, humanize, all that stuff can be controlled directly from the keyboard. And then you can also randomize individual chords here. You can record your own. So if I hit record, I'll play a chord progression. Do this one. Do another fun one. The 4 chords in every pop song. So now if I just recorded 4 chords, turn down the strum actually. So those are the ones I just recorded. And then the other 4 chords.
It's from that's
easy
it.
To record your own.
That's the what is that song? Was it
Access of Awesome? They do the 4 chords. So you can record in your own stuff. It's a great video if anyone hasn't seen it.
100%.
But yeah, so like let's say you have your progression here. Even the strum value, humanize some stuff. I can also drag the chords now directly into the DAW.
Love that. Is that going to be individual chords or the progression?
So it's going to be the individual chords with it.
I see.
I'm just bring over my MIDI editor window here. So yeah, there's the chord. And what's actually interesting though is if you again adjust the strum and the humanize here, and I drag it.
Nice.
It actually adds in those adjustments too.
Love it.
So it's not just the 4 chords. So, again, this just gives you the ability to, if you have recorded a progression, or if you just want to use the progression on a different instrument, let's say a non-Kontakt instrument, you can just add that MIDI to, Yeah, you can just add that MIDI to, a completely new instrument if you wanted to. So a lot of good options there. But again, it's not meant to necessarily replace like a full chord, like you playing chords. Like I come from a classical piano background and like went to college for performance and theory. And, it's like, yes, I know how to play chords, but also this is just like, it's a great tool just to spark inspiration. If I want to add in something, what's another good one? Again, this works on any library. If I want this one from, Farlight, it's a weird sound, but I can add the chords to it. And again, it works also with non-native libraries too. Anything that's a Kontakt instrument, you can add to it. I don't even know what's a good one. See, that's the thing. I have too many libraries to even know what to do.
I mean,
with.
It's impressive. I can't imagine how big your hard drive is.
If anyone's curious, it's 20 terabytes, and I only have 2 terabytes left.
Jeez. That's the only issue. I have the complete, and it's so much that I have to like download, and then I have to delete something if I want to download something else. It's just so much.
So yeah, here's like a non-native one. So you can add, again, you can add it to anything, any string library that you want. Apollo guitars. So a lot of possibilities. So yeah, and then let's we'll just quickly jump clear slot. So phrases is basically like chords does chords, phrases, speaks for itself. It does, melodic phrases here. So let me just pull up, I'll just pull up a piano. It's a lot easier just to understand kind of what's going on with the tool functionality. So just like chords, it basically works with, all white keys on the piano. Each one's going to be triggering different phrases in the phrase slot here. And you can also randomize different phrases. Bring up the volume.
Oh wow, they get quite complex.
Exactly. Yeah, they can be extremely simple. It's like simple electronic, different phrases here. And again, this is kind of just like a visual representation of what's going on. Randomize. So upright bass. And what you can do is you can also randomize. You can rotate the knobs here, so different starting points. You can invert knobs. So here's everything's reset. Or you can just randomize different values here, and it does it for all of the 7 slots. And you can also kind of go under the hood here as well and start randomizing, the rotating more knobs. You can randomize inverting different pitches, different velocities, and then also just like in chords, if you have like a melody or a phrase that you like, you can always just take it, drag it directly into into your DAW, and then you have your the melodic phrase. You have your phrase here, so you can always edit the MIDI notes after the fact. And again, this works with any library that you have selected here. So yeah, I can go to what's another one. You could do it for like a bass sound. Do retro pop. That's the drums one.
Drums sound good though.
Whoa. I don't know. There's a lot of different ones to choose from. We'll do source code. Try this one. Oh, if the instrument is working. But everyone gets the idea here. I think it's probably the source code one that I'm screwing up with here. But yeah, so the phrases, again, you can you'll load it with any instrument that you want. We actually posted on our YouTube channel. There's a really cool video that we created where it's like I think 12 different phrases, but they're all triggering different like orchestral libraries. So it's basically you're creating like a full orchestra with different phrases. Staccato. Key bass. Something's not triggering. But all right, well, we get the idea. But yeah, and the phrases works again with any any orchestra, like any library that you have inside of Kontakt. So yeah, the phrases and chords, it's a great way to just kind of beat writer's block. Again, you can take the MIDI, drop it on any instrument that you want. So it's definitely very powerful. Yeah, I'm again coming from a piano background. I'm definitely a huge fan of it.
Nice.
There we go.
If you're just joining us, welcome. We're here with Brian Kullas from Innovative Instruments, checking out the brand new Kontakt instrument and everything it has to offer. What's new, what's improved, updated, and we're also doing a giveaway. 4 lucky people are going to win a few different versions of the Kontakt Select and even the full version of Kontakt. To be entered to win, all you need to do is be active in the chat. A good way to be active in the chat is just to be a positive person, or at Plugin Boutique with your questions, and we'll try to get them answered here on the stream. Brian, what's up next? I know there's still a few things that we haven't even touched on.
We got two things. The combine will this will be fairly quick, and we'll get into the fun leap stuff. So combined, basically we had multis, or we called multis previously. So multiple Kontakt libraries kind of stacked on top of each other. With Kontakt 8, there's a separate filtering category, just combined presets that you can choose from. And then all of these are, existing, combined presets that I have from, my instruments here. But one feature though that's new is you can show tool enhanced only. So this is basically showing me instruments that I have installed that are essentially combined presets that include the instrument plus one of the tools like phrases or chords. So as of right now, there's only 4 that are in there because this is, it's a new function. But I think as time goes on, other, instrument developers will start creating some more, tool enhanced, combined presets that will all show up here. So any of these like Conflux, I can pull up Dance Temple.
That one reminds me of Tenant.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Rainy Mondays. So, there's a bunch of different combined presets. We've updated the Kontakt Factory library. So there's a handful of new, not new instruments, but just like new presets that have combined the tools plus, existing libraries. There's another instrument from Audio Imperia, which is new and complete 15. Katara, which, Audio Imperia made it. And they added a bunch of these combined presets as well. So we can load up one of these, Dream Bubble.
While that's loading, someone was asking what the installation size is for the full version of Kontakt 8.
Ooh, that I don't know off the top of my head. I think it's, what was it? I think it was 8. Let me I know it's on our website. Actually, I just pull this up. It's a library, just in case people are curious. Kontakt 8. 1.67 gigabytes.
Oh, not too bad.
So that's Kontakt itself. This is also a very large library. So yeah, it's 1.67. But what's also new with 8 is previously, if you're brand new and you installed Kontakt, it would usually be empty because you would have to install the libraries with it. But basically, what we're including here is there's this new called Piano Uno, which is basically, it's a very simple piano, but that's built into the installer inside of Kontakt. So you can still load up Kontakt and then actually just have a basic piano to play with.
Love it.
So yeah, this is a guitar from Audio Imperia. It's included with Complete 15. But yeah, this is one of the tool enhanced presets. Such a very, very pretty preset.
I mean, it's so organic. It's just got such an organic tone to it. I also really love that graphic right there. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's it's honestly the art team. Everyone just goes crazy with the art. They take a lot of pride in designing, the images and the GUI around it. So with the combined presets though, it's like you can start with one of these, but basically from here this is kind of the new instrument navigator area. So I have guitar loaded, and then I can just click the plus sign here and then start adding more and more instruments. So we'll add where did it go? Oh, I want to do Ashlight into this. Again, going through my crazy long preset list. Ashlight, there we go. We'll do some pads. So we'll add this into the mixture. So now I have the phrases plus Katara and Ashlight. And you can just keep adding more and more. It's a fun way. We'll add, actually, let's just add Conflux into the mixture here. We'll do some, not sound effects. We'll do some synth pads, add one more. Origami particles. There we go. So you can just create some really cool layered textured sounds in here. And again, if you don't want, let's say, the phrases tool, I can load up chords, just choose a chord progression for all three of these if I wanted.
That's thick.
It's got a good sound to it. And then previously, if you needed to edit stuff, choose panning, volume, you'd have to go into the instrument header. Here, all of that stuff is just accessible. You can mute and solo instruments. You can do panning, volume adjustment. If you need to remove something, you can just right click and say clear slot, and then it's all right there. So super easy to use. So we'll jump over to the Leap side of things, since this is kind of one of the new big tools.
Lots of people are already asking about Leap. Can you bring in your own samples, and can you save those presets with your samples?
You can do. So I will answer all of these things. So we'll start with the basics. So Leap is basically, it's a fun, vective loop playground area. So these are different expansions, Leap expansions that we've released. Lo-fi Vibes comes with the player. Full version, you get, all these additional Leap expansions. So we'll pull up 80s new wave here. It's a very long audio preview. There we go. So basically the basic functionality of Leap here, you have 16 cells, all white keys. These are triggering different loops, and then the black keys up top, these are different types of effects that you can add, and then these are the where you can add in some additional effects like lo-fi. So let's just trigger something. There we go. not getting audio.
Same.
Yep. Try this one quickly. All right, there we go. So I'm just triggering C. So I can just combine them. So, it's just all different types of loops. You can add the effects here. So just drums.
And you're doing that with the black keys.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like a stutter effect. So all these different kind of performance effects, they're all accessible up here. So for example, this slot here, this is a beat masher. So yeah, actually, so these are kind of effects from Traktor. The Traktor's 12 effects. But yeah, beat masher, beat slicer. And you can also then customize how each of these effects are going to be sounding, adding the blend amounts here. So if I don't want this one to be a beat masher, but I can have this be a gator. Add more noise. You can add different shapes amounts here, beat slicer effect. So these are all, fully customizable. But basically where people were asking, creating your own. So if I, let's say, create a new leap kit, just go to File, New Loop Preset. So this is basically, it's a blank slate. So there's a couple ways that you can actually build your own kits here. One, and I had mentioned at the beginning, is in Kontakt 8, you actually have access to all of your loops and one-shots from expansions. So all of those are accessible here. So if I want to, let's say, start building my own kit with these, I can just start pulling in certain samples. So let's choose, let's do dark pressure, find some drums, just drag it. There we go. So now I have it.
Are you able to drag in samples from your DAW library?
Yep. So not from inside the DAW, but what you can do is if you right click on any of these cells, I can go
browse.
to browse.
Yeah, nice.
And then this is, where I can start pulling up, any of this stuff here. I know. I'm sure people are going to comment that my folder structure is very unorganized. Which
18 terabytes.
I do not disagree with anyone on that. So I can do. I have no idea what half of these are. So yeah, let's do some hi-hats. Let's load some. Yeah, why not? It's just a one shot. So you can actually load in one shots and just trigger them too.
So what is the purpose here? Is it to play it live? Is it to sketch ideas? Like what are we aiming to do with Leap?
So I mean, you can definitely perform with it live, but a lot of it's also kind of sketching out ideas. So here's a good example of kind of how I've used it. If I have multiple if I have multiple loops in here, I can kind of trigger them, add them into an existing track, or where I personally have been using it more recently. Let's see, let's remove it here. I'll add a one shot. Let's see, what's a good one? We'll add this. So this is right now is a single one shot, but I can also add it in single mode. you can actually turn it into a playable instrument. The thing is, a lot of what you're seeing here, all of these functions have been available inside of Kontakt just under the hood for ages. But this is basically just making it a lot easier to have access to that functionality. So for example, if I wanted to have like a playable 808 sample, I would have to previously like go to classic view. I would have to, open up the instrument here. Here. I'd have to basically go under the hood, drop in the 808, stretch it out over the keys. A lot of these functions are just, they were there. It's just very confusing to actually try to get into all of those functions. So here it just makes it a lot easier. And again, I can also add in the phrases, for example, combine both of them together. We'll add something corny.
So what will that do if it's not on like sample mode, one shot mode? What will it do, or can you?
You can. It's going to trigger. Where is it? It's basically what would happen is when you're triggering it, it's going to trigger the different keys here. Since these are all basically just mapped to like C3 up to C4. If you have multiple loops and you're using phrases, anytime one of those notes hits, it's going to trigger it.
Gotcha.
So you can see I'm hitting the empty slot right now.
Understood.
So I have nothing loaded. So yeah, it works with the keys. Oh, wrong one. Yeah, no. So I'll just remove the phrase. So again, you can start building. You can start building your own kits here. We'll add drums. You can add mixtures, electric touch. Let's do a bass line. Add one more for fun. Global shake. Add some keys here. So these are 3 different loops. And one of the things that's added is it has automatic beat and key detection when you drop in the samples. So it's not just for the expansions, but any audio file that you drop in, it's going to detect the key. And whatever key you have set overall for Leap, it's going to make the necessary adjustments. So if it's, C major, it's, dropping this down by 5 tones. And then C minor, only 2, just to make sure everything's in key. Same thing with here. It's, everything's going to be in key. Look, to be fair, a lot of the times it gets it right. Sometimes it's not going to get it right. So you will have to, go under the hood and just make those adjustments. So. Yeah, so those are all perfectly in key, and it's a fun sketch tool. Like there's going to be tons more, Leap expansions coming, all different genres. Some of them are full things like drums, bass, melody, but also some of them are also just, cool, like hot vocals. So, I'm not going to be triggering all of these, I mean, it kind of sounds cool, but, it's a, if I wanted to have something playable, I would either have to drop it into the DAW and then start chopping it up, or here I can just drop in different types of samples that I want. I could, you can create your own Leap kits where it's like all 808s or all, violins, sound effects if you wanted to, and then just have those packs, available at your disposal. I can add different effects here. So there's different macro presets, and you can also then start going under the hood and start editing and changing characteristics about it. So I'm not able to, do traditional slicing and dicing inside of the sampler playback here. But what you can do is adjust, the start and the end point.
Brian, will you slide the UI to the left just a little bit? Thank you.
So you can adjust those here. You can choose the different types of engine playback. Classic. Different melodies. You can adjust the tempo here. So different engine types here. You can adjust the tuning and the sound characteristics as well if you want different types of filters. You can adjust amp settings, output, and then there's also a sends for delay and reverb, which are accessible up here. So, some of the samples, if you're building your own kit, you can have it so, this sample is your drums, and having the delay and the reverb, send amounts up, it's not going to affect it. But, you can basically start combining your own send and reverbs amounts, and then you can also set up different choke groups as well. So if I have, let's say, disco and funk, this one, if I go to edit, so you can set these. If I want, slot 1 and 5 to be in a choke group, set that to 1. Set this one to 5. Yeah, they'll cut each other off. So you can, again, get super customizable with it, build, any type of kit that you want. And again, there's going to be more expansions coming, different types of genres. But yeah, I mean, the way I've been using it is loading in, one-shot samples, making them be playable keys. It just honestly makes it easy. Just drop it in a slot, go to single mode, and then it's a playable sound. Different sound effects, vocal one shots, you name it. You can put any audio file in here.
Brian, I love it. I think we're going to be wrapping up shortly, and I'm going to give the people who are watching one last prime opportunity to be entered into the giveaway. We're going to have 4 winners today, so there's plenty of space to add to the list over here. But while we're giving them the chance to enter to win, and by the way, to be entered to win, you just got to be active in the chat. So be active in the chat in the next few minutes. Why don't you play a few of the expansions that are already available, just so we can hear some of the versatility of what's there for Leap?
Definitely. We'll turn off the audio previews for now. All right, let's do, this is a good one. Oh, sorry. One thing to note is there's also a quantize. So if you do want to play it live, you can set quantize values. You just basically need to have your DAW playing in the background. Just begin transport. So. Disco and funk. Let's see.
Oh, snap.
That's fine. There was like a bunch of keys that I pressed at once, and it sounded actually on sync. And I was like, wow, my timing was really good.
Give me some of that lo-fi and some of that Latin trap.
Let's see, Latin trap.
Gotta turn that quantize on.
Yeah, I'm not that good, so. Actually, where was the one?
That's nice.
I think this was the one. There was one that I was messing with for, I think for the video that I loved. So it was, I think it was,
Gotta turn that preview on, bro.
let's see. All right, I'll do that one. Lima Kip. Yeah, that's fine. Let's turn up the project BPM just a little bit here. Let's see. And we'll do progressive trance, just, you know.
It's making a comeback right now.
Tons of energy here.
Yeah, nice.
It is. Let's do last one. Turn here. So again, it's different flavors here, different styles. And again, you can always take one of these if you wanted to and just drop in your own sample. You know, if I wanted, you know, a lot of good sounds in here, but, you know, maybe I want something that's, you know, I got, that's just an example. Where's D? That's drums. So yeah, I can just drop this in here and now I have, you know, it's a club at 10:30 in the morning in LA.
Love that. All right, Brian. Well, thank you so much for coming on today and giving us. It's quite a extensive product, and you got through quite a lot of it, and you stuck with us. And shout out to the chat for sticking with us and getting through the hurdles there early on. But in the end, we persevered. And we got some progressive trance at the end of the show. So I think that's a win. It's all wins in my book.
Yeah, no, always thanks for having me. And yeah, thanks for everyone sticking around. And, you know, it's a collective effort troubleshooting sound quality, but we made it. And, you know, if, you know, there's how long is it? I think it's like a 30-minute, it's a full walkthrough video that I did, I know, on our YouTube channel. So I do cover, you know, a lot of the stuff that we talked about here today. So if anyone needs a refresher, you know, can watch the full length video.
Nice. Love that. So I've got 8 names here because it's Kontakt 8, and we had agreed that's a great number. And we only can have 4 winners. So, Brian, the way we do this is to keep it double blind. I will have you pick your 4 favorite numbers between 1 and 8, and those 4 people will win. And the order in which they will win will be the first number will have Kontakt 8 full. The next one will have complete 15 select band. The one after that, complete 15 select beats. And the one after that, complete 15 select electronic. So, lots of giveaways here. What are you feeling about number wise? Who's getting the full version of Kontakt 8?
I'd say it's probably my lucky number.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say 3.
Perfect. And who's getting band? Complete 15 select band.
We'll do 7.
Number 7. Cool. Oh. And beats?
6.
And electronic?
Number one.
Number one. All right. Congratulations for lucky people. Let me just delete these under other people here. If your name is called, congratulations. What you need to do is email support@pluginboutique.com with your name, what you won, and a screenshot of you logged into your account here on YouTube, and we will get you sorted as soon as humanly possible. What you're going to want to do with that email on top, it's a little bit different than normal. Have an account on Native Instruments and send along that email so we can just put these products right inside of your account. So email support@pluginboutique.com with the email you have on Native Instruments. I know it's confusing, but what are you going to do? It's a lot of awesome product in your account the next day. So the winner of the Complete 15 Select Band issue is Kai Slate. The winner of the Complete 15 Select Beats is AK. That's it. AK. Congratulations. And the winner of the Complete 15 Select Electronic is Gary Smith. Congratulations, Gary. And the winner of the full version of Kontakt 8, courtesy of Native Instruments and our good friend Brian, is Chris Roberts. Again, congratulations, Gary Smith, Chris Roberts, AK, and Kai Slate for winning today. Thank you to Native Instruments for making that happen. Email support@pluginboutique with your name, what you won, the email you have on Native Instruments, and a screenshot of you logged into your account, and we will get you sorted as fast as humanly possible. Brian, thanks again for coming on today. I know you're a busy person. I know you have a lot going on, and it was a great show, and we learned a lot, and we would definitely love to have you on again next time there's something new or noteworthy and you want to pop back on.
Absolutely. No, thanks for having me again, and yeah, thanks for everyone that was tuning in. And yeah, there's always going to be new and exciting things in the work. So
tis the season.
Won't be the last that you see of me.
We'll love it. All right, chat. Thanks very much for tuning in. Don't forget, next Tuesday, 5 p.m. right here, super secret stream. It's going to be huge. It's going to be massive. We're going to run it back. Make sure to come through. But other than that, have a great day. Have a great weekend, and we will see you in the next one.
Ragamuffin keeps striving in every way. International, what they call we international. When me ride palm with them in the move, but the rhythm and I come down crucial. And me ride palm with them and then we sit down steady. Party me on the place I with the one Jamalski. We are the general. We sit up on the rhythm and over the mic incredible. I'm be right part of the rhythm, move with the rhythm, I sit down steady. Every ragamuffin you do, I feel rock and follow me. Jump up on the rhythm, make we ride it right. We chat up on the mic and keep it international. Cause anytime we chop a mic, they call we give it a general. international, what they call we international. When me ride palm rhythm and I move with the rhythm and I come down crucial. And me ride palm rhythm and then we sit down steady. 40 men on the place, I with the one Jamalski.